Let's go. We have Pick'ems. Week 6 is upon us. Go down to the description below and click that link. You will get a gift card if you get all 16 teams right. So make sure you go in there and vote. We're going to be blowing through all 16 teams today, talking some stats and who I'm going to pick to win. Media guys always got to be the bad guys, so always got to pick somebody that I hope's going to win, but I want everybody to win. We are racing the clock again today, so 30 seconds on the clock for every clan. And we're going to kick it off with Above and Beyond 5-0 versus Anduin War 0-5. Unfortunately, Anduin War has been unable to secure that first win of the season, and I have to go with Above and Beyond. They're going to, unfortunately, possibly steamroll Anduin War. Anduin might possibly upset them. You never know. But anyways, pretty inconsistent so far in the season. Anduin War fell short by a lot of stars to Crazy Monkey last week. I think it was 70-63 if I recall correctly. So Nagaland Elite versus Violet Wizards. Holy cow, this is going to go fast. So Nagaland Elite fell short to Fat Cats last week due to their inability to get the second star on the Town Hall 11s up top. I'm sure they're going to try to fix that this week, but Violent Wizards are on fire right now, coming off of a win last week. And I'm going to have to go with Violent Wizards this week, unfortunately. I feel that they are going to be consistent this week going in, and if Nagaland Elite is unable to fix the issues that they had against Fat Cats, they're going to lose again. So Fat Cats versus Cold Sep. Fat Cats are 3-1. They did their stats did change due to the removal of a clan. So anyways, they will get another stab later on in the bye week against Kinnick Society. Either way, Fat Cats versus Cold Sept. Fat Cats was pretty strong last week. If they start out the same exact way they did last week, I feel that they're going to beat Cold Sept. So I'm going to have to go with Fat Cats again this week in my selection. Cold Sept was just a little inconsistent last week. Archer Outlaws versus Crazy Monkey. Huge matchup here. Archer Outlaws is down by 2 wars. They're on a 2-war losing streak currently. A couple of tough matchups, and again, they're getting tested against a very tough opponent in Crazy Monkey. I'm going to have to go with Archer Outlaws this week, and I feel that they're going to put Crazy Monkey down due to the fact that they are very hungry for a win, and they have a very tough division that they have to stand up and continue to get back into the war-winning situation. Soki Secundum versus Gabales. So this is another very tough matchup to call. I'm going to have to go with Gabales on this week. Last week, Gabales had a very strong war, but so did Soki Secundum. Soki Secundum put up a Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 11 3-star attack. But either way, Gabales, if they're smart, they're going to change their war bases and make sure that they don't put something up similar to what Soki Secundum faced last week, and they're going to end up being pretty good to go there. Anyways, Kinnick Society versus Time Vortex. Time Vortex is very strong right now. They're undefeated currently. Kinnick Society is coming off of a loss, actually. You did not get to see it, but they did face off against Meet the Kings, and they did, in fact, lose. So their record should be 1-1, but it shows on the website that they're 1-2, so I'm not really positive on that. I have to look more into that one and see what's going on. Kinnick Society does have some cleanup to do on a couple of missed wars that they'll get caught up in the bye. So we're going with Time Vortex on that one. USA Adults versus LP4 Hades. So both of these teams are undefeated. Both of them are seeking their first win of the season. And according to the stats that I've been looking over, USA Adults is just unable to get something going. The same thing with LP4 Chiron. Or LP4 Hades, sorry. Anyways, we're going to go with the Hades this week. They are very consistent in stars opposed to USA Adults. Michigan Rose versus Meet the Kings. Another extremely tough matchup here. Meet the Kings did lose last week as well as Michigan Rose. So both are seeking a win following the previous bye week and going into week 5. So I'm going to go with Meet the Kings on this one. They have been very strong, and they were very close last week, as well as Michigan Rose. Unfortunately, Michigan Rose fell by percentage last week. So again, this is going to be an extremely tight war. I actually would love to see this one live if given the opportunity. But anyways, we got Alphas versus 1001 Crew. Alphas is a very tough opponent, but so is 1001 Crew. This is another really hard one to pick. I'm going to have to go with the Alphas on this one. 1001 Crew fell short to LP3 Chiron last week, if I remember correctly, by percentage, or very close to. Alphas was the opposite. They put on a couple of stars and were very strong in their victory. So we're going to go with the Alphas on this Pick'ems. And good luck to both teams there. Heavy hitters versus assassin score. Goodness gracious. This is going to be a really tough one to decide on. I do know that assassin score is extremely strong right now. They're very strong and very confident in their war attacks. Heavy hitters is I believe they are down by 3 wars right now. They're on a 3-war losing streak currently, so they are seeking a win. But we're going to have to go with assassin score on this one. They are very powerful right now, and it's going to take a lot for heavy hitters too to get in there and beat them. Coastal Clash versus House of L. Due to the recent events in House of L, I'm going to pick House of L, despite I know Coastal Clash is on a 1-war winning streak. They did very well last week in week 2, but my prayers are going to go towards House of L to pick up a victory for their clanmate that is going through some personal family issues. But anyways, the stats speak for themselves. House of L fell to assassin score last week in a very close matchup. Arvaska versus LP3 Chiron. LP3 Chiron is undisputably strong right now. They're going to go in and put on a show versus Arvaska. Arvaska is also another really strong opponent, but they're having a hard time getting started, staying consistent. They only put up 92% last week in week 5 versus their opponent. So I'm going to have to go with LP3 Chiron on my pick for this war here. LP3 Chiron's been very consistent with winning. As we move into YOLO mode versus the Pinoy Violator MP, again, YOLO mode on fire right now. The Pinoy clan is seeking their first win in a couple weeks. They're down by a couple of wars at this point. Very close matchup last week, but they did fall short again, unfortunately. So we're going to pick YOLO mode on this one. I have to play the bad guy, guys. So we're going to pick YOLO mode to stay consistent with the wins, and they're going to do very well versus the Pinoy clan. Moving into War Addicts versus JTJ. This is an extremely tough war to pick a winner for. JTJ is on fire right now with consistency, racking up about 71 average of war stars every single week. They're 4-1. They're on a 4-war winning streak. War Addicts is also on a winning streak currently, and so both of these teams are very strong. It's going to be very tough to pick a winner here, so I'm going to have to go with, we're going to say JTJ on this one. OSF versus LexCorp. So both of these teams are seeking their first win of the season. LexCorp put up a very tough war against JTJ last week. JTJ pulling it out by percentage, as you recall from the recap. So I'm going to have to go with, oh man, I'm going to have to go with LexCorp on this one. They're going to win, and they're going to beat the OSF and win and receive their first win of the season. But good luck to both teams on this war. It's going to be a very close matchup between these two teams. Gehazi Bomber and Redline. So we're going to finish it up with this war here. Redline is on a winning streak currently. They did win by percentage last week, or no. They won by 1 star last week versus the Pinoy clan. Goodness, I apologize for that. Anyway, so Redline, I'm going to have to pick Redline on this one. We are almost out of time here. Yeah, so we're going to stick with the Redline on this war and wrap it up. Make sure you go down and vote, guys. I am giving away a gift card to whoever wins all 16 wars in the pick'ems. Make sure you share it around. There's an opportunity, even if they don't really know the stats of the Light League, there is a gift card, $25. We're going to go with $25 gift card up for grabs. Make sure we get some votes in. Drop some comments below, and thanks for watching, guys.